Hello everyone, welcome back to my Organizational Leadership Development YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a few things that I learned this semester, some of the takeaways that I got from this class, some of the things that I wish that I knew that I messed up, but we learn as we go. So I'm Maddy Crouch, and today I'm going to talk about my personal steps in creating my project plan. That goes for my first draft and then my active planning as I went along through my first draft and then my final draft that I had to revise a good amount of times. So also going to be talking about things that I wish I knew before this course and before starting my project plan. And then the third thing I'm going to be talking about is the biggest lessons I learned and the takeaways that helped me a lot, actually. Like a lot of my subscribers, I go to ASU, and before taking this class, I honestly assumed it was going to be like every other class that I take when making my schedule to fulfill it for graduation. Since I'm a journalism major, organizational leadership and development isn't necessarily what I'm doing in my life, but that's what I assumed because before this class I didn't really think I had any leadership or management qualities, or because I've never actually held a management position, but it turns out I actually do, but we'll get to that in the takeaways part. Number one, my personal steps for creating my project plan. So once the project plan idea was introduced, the first steps that I took were to make a list, and that's talked about a lot in this course, but lists are obviously my thing. I have a couple right here. This is actually my weekly to-do list and my to-do list for this course. I made a list of things that I needed to know for my project plan, the things that needed to be there. The contingencies, for example, I needed to have plans for my contingencies, which are things that are going to go wrong, and sometimes we know that they're going to happen and we need to be able to plan for them, and sometimes you might not even know that they happen when they happen, and then you have to figure it out. For example, I work 2 internships right now for free. I'm making no money, and I have 5 classes, so I knew that things were going to get tough this semester and I was going to have to sacrifice a lot to be able to get good grades and to graduate in May, which I'm hopefully doing. Yes. So once I realized how I was going to have to go about this project plan, the second step I took was look at my life weekly, which I think I already do kind of, but this class helped me a little bit because I really had to organize my life because I have so much going on this semester. I can't skip a beat. I can't miss homework. I can't miss a day. I have to be at my internship. I have to do that work, and I have to do this work. So once I looked at everything weekly, that's when my active planning kind of kicked in, because I could do my checklists. I could log it by keeping my project plan as a living document, and I could log it as I go. Okay, this assignment happens, I'm creating this product. It has its own personal tasks, and then the other personal side of it is the subtasks. And those are just the different steps you need to take to create this product, and that's different for everybody. And if it's something like peruse all, then those require you to respond to your colleagues and post. It's kind of like a little mini Facebook, except not at all. So it's things like that. You have to make sure that you're taking the right steps to create this product for your client. Number 2, things that I wish I knew before I started this class. I wish I knew how time-consuming this was going to be. Not saying I wasn't going to take the class, because we all know that I'm here because I need to fulfill a credit and graduate. I wish I knew a little bit early on how demanding this class was going to be. Weekly, there's a lot of work. You have something to do every single day for this class, and that's because this is an active learning course, and it's personal, and everything that you do your grade is going to be reflective of that. So if you're not going to try hard, then you're honestly not going to do well. And if you're not going to pay attention, do the reading, talk to your colleagues, which is another thing I wish I knew, because I'm kind of the student who likes to just put my head down and work. But honestly, the more I talked to my colleagues in this class and the more I actually read discussion board posts and read the readings thoroughly and took notes, it ended up helping me a lot in the long run. Another thing I wish I knew is to start earlier, because let's be honest here, my project plan wasn't as active of a document as I wish it was. I would always check up on it and add to it, but I wish that daily instead of weekly, I was adding to it, revising it, making sure everything was perfect, because when it came down to it at the end of the semester, I found myself going way back and editing pretty much the entire thing. Another thing that I wish I knew right away is that listening to your client is probably the best thing you can do in this course. My client, luckily, my professor, was amazing, posted so much, gave so much information, so much feedback, which was so beneficial for me because I'm the kind of person who needs to know when I messed up. And my client was also really great with communication. I emailed her multiple times and she was more than accommodating. Okay, you did this wrong, so do this and I'll see where it gets you. But I need that direction. I need to know where to go with my energy, and that was given, which was awesome. Number 3, the biggest takeaways and best things I learned from this class. The first one would be definitely that I actually have a lot of management experience and I'm able to recognize that within myself now. So a lot of this class requires a lot of reflective thought and noticing the traits within you that are really great and going to help you in your life and in your work and in your relationships. And I learned that as a photographer and videographer, I actually do have a lot of management experience and a lot of organizational leadership experience. Weekly, I plan photo shoots and I plan video shoots. I contact models, and I realized I'm in charge of everything and this is my project. And weekly, I come up with very successful project plans, and I communicate with teams well, and I communicate with people I hire well, and I noticed that I actually know what I'm doing a lot of the time, and that's something that I hadn't noticed before, and now it makes me feel much more confident in my work and in my life. So this class, honestly, not trying to be dramatic, but it did teach me my worth. I've been going through a lot with my personal work life, with my photography and videography, where I just listened to the podcast the other day that my client was a guest on, and they talked a lot about the when you keep investing in something and you keep thinking that this time around it's going to be different, you just keep giving and you're not seeing that return on investment. Investment costs, what's it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. I've been doing that a lot with my business, giving people photo shoots for free or video assets for free and not getting paid, because yes, I do want to get my name out there, but at the same time, like, I have to draw a line. Time, I also learned in this class, is the most important asset that I have, and I'm out here throwing it around because I want somebody to notice my work. I'm getting on it. This has been helping me. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Please like and subscribe for more organizational leadership videos. I'm Maddy Crouch, your favorite leadership YouTuber, and this is a great course. I recommend it to all my ASU kids out there that want to sharpen their leadership and their management tools and know their worth, because you're talented and special. And in my notes I wrote, we're all in this together. Yes, we are. Love you.